Hi educators, in this video we're going to take a quick look at using SlidesMania. SlidesMania is by far one of my favorite sites to go and get slides templates that I can use within Google. If you've looked at the Google templates currently available in Google Slides, they are terrible. There's not really much you can do with them. You can actually build your own templates and you can learn a lot from Paula, who is the creator of SlidesMania. To get there, we're going to go to slidesmania.com, all one word, slides with an S, and you can locate a bunch of different templates via the education dropdown or the regular presentation templates across the top. She also has a site for icons as well. So we're going to take a look at all of this and start with some interactive templates. So when you are navigating Paula's site, it is really important to keep in mind that there are ads throughout the site, and that's just due to how the site is developed. Being aware of this and also teaching students to be aware of this can ensure that everyone stays on the right page and actually gets what they need. So I noticed here, I can see this little blue X in the corner. This is an ad by Google, and I can simply ignore this. Sometimes these aren't bad sites, but every once in a while it sends students to a site that usually isn't bad, but just sends them down a rabbit hole of finding not what they're looking for. Once you find a template that you like, you're going to click on the name of that template. And again, we're going to see some more distractor ads along the way, like this green continue button is one that a lot of times people will click on thinking that's where they get their presentation template. And in fact, they need to scroll down. So she gives you a quick summary of the template. And then if you scroll under preview and download, you can preview what the template looks like to make sure it's what you actually want, and then select to open in Google Slides. It's that big yellow button that you want to click, and that is pretty consistent across sites offering Google Slides templates. They usually have a giant button underneath the preview so that you can select to use that template. Once you're sure that that's what you want, you're going to choose Use Template, and it is going to open your own copy through Google Slides. So I have another template that I downloaded, and you can see that it's set up in slightly a different way. And I can click on any of these sections. They're already ready to go with the fonts, and I can just put in what text I want to add. Now, if I head over to my Valentine's template, you'll see that I can click on the text here. But then some things it doesn't appear that I can click on. So there's a graphic here that I can't click on. There's a bow here I cannot click on either. And that may be great for what you're doing with students. Maybe you don't want them to be editing all those features, but there is a way to edit those. Let's say I don't like the color red and I want to use a different color for my Valentine's. I can select View, choose Master, and on my template, I'll be able to find where in the master she had created these shapes. And from here, I can not let my computer die and change the color of the various features to whatever it is to my liking. Let's see how that purple bow comes out. Okay, it comes out all one color. So I may want to further change things there. You can see that I can click on the different graphics and hearts to change things individually there. And then when I click back into my slides, it is changed purple and I cannot edit it. The master is also a great place to edit your overall font so that you don't have to change the font on each slide. It changes the font across all of the slides. It's what controls that template. Now, if we head back to SlidesMania, I do want to take a quick look at icons. When you're creating powerful presentations, icons that are all in the same family that look like they belong together can really help take your presentation to the next level. And Paula started creating her own icon sets. This is a brand new site she just started. She's already up to set 24. And you can see I can click on some of these different options, but all of these icons have been designed within Google. So you can get the Google icons where you can further modify them, tweaking the colors, changing what you need, or if you just want the PNGs where the icons are already done and you get what you see. So we're going to click I'm a Google user, and it's going to come up with another template, and I can select to use the template. The really cool thing about taking a look at icons this way is I can really dig into what shapes have been used in order to create these icons. So allowing these to load, taking and clicking on them, seeing how they're broken down in different shapes can help students add really captivating items to their presentations and keep everything in the same family. Because one thing we know about presentations is it really matters what it looks like and what we share with our audience on the screen.